Once upon a time, in a cozy little home under a big mulberry tree, lived a little ant named Zizi. She lived with her mom, dad, and her little brother. Their home was right in front of a shop that sold all sorts of yummy fruits and vegetables. One sunny morning, Zizi was standing at her front door when she saw something sparkling. It was coming from the shop, and it twinkled so brightly. Zizi was super curious. What could be shining like that? She knew her mom might worry, but her curiosity was just too strong. She decided to sneak a little closer to find out. As she tiptoed towards the shop, the sparkle got brighter and brighter. And then she saw it. It was a small, shiny ball held by a little girl. Zizi was absolutely fascinated. She had to get a better look. She looked around for a secret way to climb up without anyone noticing. A big pile of cauliflowers and cucumbers. Perfect! Zizi started her grand adventure, climbing up the bumpy white mountain of a cauliflower. Step by step, she made her way to the top. Wow! From up here, the shiny ball glowed even more in the sunlight. It was so beautiful and warm. Feeling a bit tired from her climb, Zizi found a comfy spot and dozed off, dreaming of sparkling things. When she woke up, everything was dark and moving. She was inside a bag. Oh no! The bag was being carried away. Zizi was terrified. How will I ever get back home? She cried. The woman carrying the bag finally reached her house and placed all the vegetables on the kitchen table. As the woman went to wash her hands, Zizi saw her chance. She scrambled out of the bag as fast as her little legs could carry her and hid in the tiny space between two cupboards. She was all alone. She was hungry, thirsty, and so scared. Big tears filled her eyes, and she cried herself to sleep. The next morning, sunlight streamed through the kitchen window, waking her up. She peeked out and saw the woman making sandwiches for her daughter. The little girl was upset, saying she wanted juice and cake instead. This reminded Zizi of her own mom. Her mom always made healthy breakfasts for her and her brother. Zizi used to complain too, asking for candy and honey. She never understood why her mom said no. But now she remembered her mommy's words, "Too much sugar is bad for your teeth and makes you unhealthy." Later, when the woman left the kitchen, Zizi's tummy rumbled. She spotted some breadcrumbs on the floor and quickly gobbled them up. But she was still hungry. So, she bravely climbed up the tall leg of the kitchen table and found even more crumbs. She ate until she was full, and cleverly saved some for later, hiding them back in her safe spot between the cupboards. For a drink, she climbed all the way to the sink and sipped tiny drops of water from the dripping tap. Suddenly, the woman came back. Zizi quickly hid behind the faucet, her heart beating fast. While the woman was busy cleaning, Zizi quietly slipped away, her mind still buzzing with one thought. How can I get home? That evening, Zizi overheard the woman talking. She was going shopping at the supermarket. This was her chance. Zizi felt a rush of excitement. She quickly hid inside the woman's shopping bag. As the woman stepped outside, Zizi peeked out. The world was so big and busy. There were so many people, so many new smells, and food everywhere. At the supermarket, the woman left the bag outside for a moment. Zizi jumped out and hid behind a small stone, trying to figure out her next move. And then, she saw them. Two other ants, one big and one small. The big ant walked up to her and asked, "Who are you, little one?" "I'm Zizi," she replied timidly. The big ant's eyes widened in surprise. "Zizi, you're Lulu's daughter, aren't you?" Zizi nodded, her eyes filling with hope. The ant told her that her mother had been looking everywhere for her, worried sick. "Please," Zizi begged, "please take me back to my mom. I'm so scared." The kind ant agreed. "Of course, we will," she said gently, "but the journey is long. We'll leave tomorrow morning." That night, Zizi stayed at their home. They gave her food and a warm place to sleep. She was so tired, she fell asleep almost immediately. At the first light of dawn, the big ant woke Zizi up. After a quick breakfast, they set off. The big ant's sister knew the way to Zizi's house. They walked for what felt like forever, stopping only for a few sips of water. Zizi's legs ached, but she didn't give up. The thought of seeing her family kept her going. And then she saw it. Through the grass, she could see the big mulberry tree. She could see her house. She was overjoyed. She ran as fast as she could, her little heart pounding with happiness. There at the door was her mother crying. "Mama!" Zizi shouted. She ran into her mother's arms and hugged her tighter than ever before. "Forgive me, Mama," she sobbed. "I'll never, ever leave home without your permission again." Her mother, overjoyed to have her back, hugged her back, tears of happiness rolling down her face. She thanked the kind aunts who brought Zizi home and offered them sweet juice and chocolate. Zizi got some chocolate too, and she danced around her room, so happy to be home. That night, tucked safely in her own bed, she told her mother all about her big, scary adventure. And then she fell asleep, feeling safe, loved, and finally home. And so ended Zizi's journey, an adventure she would remember for the rest of her life. It was a story she would one day tell her own children, to teach them to always listen to their parents. But who knows? Maybe another adventure is waiting for Zizi just around the corner. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed Zizi's story, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures. See you next time.